Well, it's Champions League night. A lot of people are waiting. What's going to happen between Liverpool and Benfica? Not forgetting Manchester City hosting Atletico Madrid. It's Guardiola versus Simeone. Big battle there as those matches will be coming up tonight. Welcoming you on 360 Sport. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Well, we just have to look at stories trending as we look at some activities in the world of sport, starting from the home scene. Well, the Nigerian-Ghana match has gone. At least Ghana right now has been placed in their own group for the World Cup. But it's still very painful, a bitter pain in the mouth of so many Nigerians. Among them is former Nigerian superstar Daniel Amokachi, known as the Bull, saying Nigeria fails to qualify because of rejected players. That is one point of view as you'll be looking at this particular story. Joining me to talk sport is Olawale Peters. Good to have you.
It's a pleasure to be back to the studio, Adeni.
And you look at that particular story where Amokachi says, okay, the reason why we didn't qualify was because we fielded rejected players. Let me explain it. He said most players that made our team are players from abroad that they couldn't make the first team of those countries they were giving birth to, or rather at, and now they actually run down to Nigeria to play for Nigeria. He mentioned Ademola Lookman, Balogun, Trus Ekong, Okoye, that all these players will not make the first team of England, Netherlands, and all the countries they are claiming to be from. But here in Nigeria, we accepted them, and they are the main Eagle stars that we have. And that's why we are not looking inward to get the best player from our league or best player that are actually from Nigeria that are really the best that can play for Nigeria. Instead, we opted for the Oyinbo boys, and this is the result of what we got.
Okay, I agree with him and I disagree with him. The likes of Leon Balogun, okay, let's talk about Lookman. He's playing for the first time, but others, is this their first time of playing? No.
No, what he said, okay, in England, or Netherlands, Okoye will not miss their first goalkeeper.
I agree with him.
Okay.
But this is not the first time they are playing for the Super Eagles. They've been playing before.
You should have said this earlier.
You should have said it earlier. Why now?
No.
I don't think...
Because you didn't qualify.
I don't think that is the reason. I don't think the players, they are the issue. The players we have, they are good players. But we don't have the technical skills to manage those players. That's the truth. We saw what Kelechi did over the weekend for Leicester City.
Against Man U.
We saw what he did. Is that how he played? Most of these players, we normally play them out of their position that they are used to because we want to have our own pattern of play. You don't do that. So the issue of because of the rejected player, that's the reason why we lost. I quite disagree with him.
But you say
However, okay. I agree with him because we have some local players in the country that will have blended with the Oyimbos. When you're playing Ghana, it's Paki to Paki. That's the truth. You don't need to be looking like the likes of Leon Balogun. Look at people that they are hungry. They are hungry for success, that they can run 90 minutes like Osimhen did. I wish a country can just borrow Osimhen and take him to the World Cup to play, to enjoy it, and they'll bring it back to Nigeria. Sincerely, he's the only one that I felt so bad that he didn't make it to the World Cup. Others, I feel nothing for them.
It was very painful because maybe if Osimhen had played the first leg, maybe he could have scored.
Maybe he could have scored if they didn't play him as a lone striker also. How can you play Osimhen as a lone striker? Someone that we know is height, you're not playing a cross ball when he has about 3 or 4 defenders to mark. Abba, come on. I think we shouldn't be talking about that again. Let us just swallow our pains and just look for the way forward. What's the way forward? We have Nations Cup coming up next year. What are we doing? What's the preparation? What's the strategy? What's the roadmap? What are they bringing? A lot of names has been flying around though. That this is one they want to bring. We are waiting for them.
For those names.
This time around, we are going to be part of the process of who is going to be our coach. We're going to be part of the process in the sense that we're going to ask questions that we've never asked before. We'll just sit down. They will tell you that Eguavoen is our coach and Pesaro is going to be our coach. We're not going to take that this time around. We're not going to take that this time around. They should tell us the process, why they are the best. In fact, they should do an open bidding.
My only worry is the fact that they may not just do this. It may not happen.
No, we should make sure that it happens.
The Nigerians have been clamoring for the NFF executive committee. Okay, move just the way the Algerians did. You know, Algeria, after they didn't qualify, the president dropped the button and decided to resign and all that. A lot of Nigerians, okay, we had enough. You guys should go. Some are saying no, let them stay. A lot of issues here and there after the. No, it's just that this particular ouster from World Cup really is opening can of worms. A lot of things are getting open. Okay, news came out that Iguabon was given players. It was forced on to use some players. And it also came out that, yes, even his contract, the contract given to them was not even a formal contract. Later, they said, okay, the technical crew has been removed. Who is coming in? Ulisse, Ganoro, Amunike. Some people are even mentioning Oche. I was just listing so many names.
Okay, honestly, if the current NFF and executive, if they have any honor left, sincerely, they should just break that record of resigning, being the first to do something wrong in this country and just resign and apologize.
The entire board.
Let them just face whatever they know how to do best. Because the game of football, they don't know how to run it at all. So they should just face what they know how to do best. That's the truth. But if we still have them at the end of affairs, we'll still go back to the same situation. That's the truth. And to be sincere with you, we're not going to the World Cup is not an issue. It's not our birthright to be going to World Cup all the time.
Even why some Nigerians were claiming it's our birthright.
How we didn't qualify is the most painful thing. Like the Egyptian, for example, now, they have nothing to be worried about that they didn't put in their best. They did all what is necessary for them to qualify, but they made a better team than them.
And they accepted it.
And they accepted it. Are you telling me that the Ghanaian team are better than Nigerian?
And look at their
Capital
coach.
no.
He was the first person to even resign.
Yes, to resign. That's despite doing the right thing. But here in this country, we will not do the right thing. We still insist that he wants to be there. I'm sure Amadou Pinnick and is an executive. They'll be planning on how to come back again during the September election. We are waiting for them. We will not take it this time around.
But if you look at from the way it is right now, even though so many names have been mentioned, who is going to take over? A lot of Nigerians are afraid that, okay, are they going for the foreign coach now? Or will they look inward and get a coach either from the league or because some people are also saying, okay, the set of 1994 should rest. We have enough of them, Siasia, Guavon, all of them. They should just rest and let's see. Why some people are saying, okay, it wasn't too good for Amuneke, he just go there and the next thing they put them out alongside the technical crew. They should give him a chance, let him be the manager, let's see what he can offer. Why some others are saying Ulisse should come back. A lot of issues there and there.
Okay, I think what we need to do is to have a process, to have a criteria. So these are the criteria of what we are looking out for. Guavon, does he have a coaching license to start with? That's the truth. So let's start from setting up a criteria. So these are the criteria, and they'll make that criteria open to everybody. So if you qualify, come in. Either 94 sets, 92 sets, we shouldn't restrict it. If they are the best, we don't have an issue with it. But I would never support that they should go and bring another Oyinbo to come and, we don't need it. We have what it takes in this country. If we give them the opportunity, if we give them the responsibility with authority. Guavon was given responsibility, but he wasn't given authority. That's the problem we have in this country. You'll be given a responsibility, but you'll not be given authority to execute that responsibility. And when you fail to deliver, it will not be, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. So that is what we are talking about this time around. Let them give them the free hand to operate. About 2 or 3 names were mentioned that why did Guavon included them in the list? He said he want to satisfy, he made a statement. They wanted to satisfy some people. I don't want to mention the player's name so that people will not start attacking down again. Let the wound be healed, so we'll move forward. So that's what we're talking about. Who qualified the Ghanaian team for the World Cup? It's one of them. It's not anybody that qualified them.
Otuado,
Cameroon.
From Senegal.
Cameroon. Who did for Cameroon? Song, and all these people, these 2 coaches, they came after the World Cup. So telling us that it's because of the time they gave Guavon is not enough. No, I disagree.
In fact, it was after the Nations Cup that they brought in
Otuado and Song, both of them, they came in after the World Cup, and they
So
qualified
it's
their
between
country.
January and now.
Now, but he was appointed since last year. Since also the same thing. So it's not because the government didn't perform very well, or America didn't give him the necessary chance to do what he wanted to do. We should not write off all the local coaches in the country. No, if that is their game plan, if that is their gimmicks, then let's give them now. So if they fail, they'll be the one clamoring. We are not clamoring for you to go and bring foreign coach. We don't want a foreign coach. We don't want a foreign coach at all. What we want is we have local coaches in this country that can do it, give them responsibility, give them authority. And when they fail, we know that they fail. Not for you to be the one doing the scouting, going to UK today, USA tomorrow, Germany day after tomorrow, to be bringing players and assuring the players, you are not the coach, but you are going there to assure the player that don't worry, Naturalized will feature you, will play you. If that's not the situation, I see no reason why Lookman should start that match against Ghana.
And then why do we have a league? Why do we have a league if every time
in
now
fact,
our team is almost turning
the current NFF,
foreign...
since 2014 that they came on board, up to now, they've only featured 3 Nigerian local players. For over how many years? Only 3 Nigerian local players. Are you telling me that we don't have enough players that can represent this country? People that are hungry? So they shouldn't give us this time around, though.
If Nigeria, the way Ghana came out against us, and we picked our best player from the league, all the 20 teams, and assemble, okay, each team bring your best player. By the time we have 20, I'm sure we can look into NNL and pick the remaining 5 or 10 or the 25 squad. And I'm sure between January and now, if they should calm them together, believe you me, Ghana won't be able to beat them.
And you know the reason why they won't do that? And probably what they get from inviting the foreign player, they won't be able to get it because they are local players now. So they are moving from Kano to Abuja. They are moving from Ibadan to Abuja. They are moving from Port Harcourt to Abuja. Not that they want to pay their flights, they want to go and visit them. We have to look into all these things. There is something that people are getting personal gain from all these things. They are gaining from it. We are still paying that we are not going to the World Cup. And how much you pay, Nick? Being a FIFA executive. We went to Qatar.
Go to Qatar for the draws.
For the draws. And all the executives, they are still sitting tight. I think they should resign. We don't need them again.
We've been talking concerning Nigerian football, where Daniel Amokachi was saying, yes, the reason why we didn't qualify was because we feel that rejected player from other countries. Well, that's his opinion. We've been looking at what are the issues on ground concerning the new coach that will be coming, or the technical crew that will be coming to take over there, the Super Eagles, to see how we can qualify for 2023 Nations Cup that will be coming up in Côte d'Ivoire. We need to start planning now because the time is now. Well, let's move away and talk about the biggest one for tonight. UEFA Champions League quarterfinals between 4 clubs rather, where 2 stadiums will be hosting Benfica, Liverpool at the Estadio de Luz versus at the Etihad Stadium, where Atletico Madrid, Pep Guardiola will be hosting Diego Simeone. Jogging Club will also be coming out to play against Brazil there. Well, from the way it is, Benfica, Liverpool. Let's start with that. Benfica, when you look at them, they have internal crisis, just the way Chelsea is having, but they are not giving up. They were able to scale through all the crises, and now they have some experienced players, the likes of Nicolas Otamendi, Van Chegen, and in fact, this striker, Darwin Núñez, is there, ready to at least shock Liverpool tonight. If Liverpool need to be very careful, they will have to be very careful about Benfica. They can't be a spoiler. Liverpool has to be very careful. That's it. Let's start with that.
Okay, and it's going to be a very interesting match also. And the Benfica, you'll be looking at them that Benfica, it will be a walkover for the Liverpool. No, it won't be a walkover from Liverpool. The last time the two teams they met, I think in 2006, Benfica, they beat Liverpool home and away. In 2006, Champions League. So it's not that they've not done something like that before. The two teams that met, I think, 8 times. Liverpool won 5 times, and Benfica, they won 3 times. And Liverpool, during their win, I think in 1978 and 1985, that was when they won the Champions League. From the 5 times they won the Champions League, they beat Benfica home and away in the quarter final. So maybe history will repeat itself again if they are able to beat Benfica both home and away, what they did in 78 and 1985-86 season, maybe the same thing will happen. However, Benfica, they will have this motivation that 2006,
we did
when
it.
we met, we beat them both home and away. So we can do it again. Not that they are unbeatable. So it's going to be a very interesting match to watch. And then Benfica, coming from the internal crisis that they have, that motivates them also. That it's like we are down there, but we need to give our supporters something to be happy about. So it's the game will be won based on the coach tactics. That's it. And going to Benfica to play, you know, their supporters, they always come out en masse to support their player, especially when they are in time of crisis like this. So Liverpool should be well prepared and to take what is coming to them this night.
Now, the big one again, Manchester City. Etihad Stadium is a place against, we know, very stubborn coach. That's the word I can only use concerning Diego Simeone. Anytime he plays football even from his face. You know this man is not here to play. So, Simeone, who has known Guardiola for a long time in La Liga, now they will be facing themselves tonight. Who do you see winning this game? It's a very big battle.
Oh, it is a very big battle, and unfortunately, there's no issue between the two clubs. Both Manchester City and Atletico Madrid. In fact, they are meeting at the Champions League for the first time. But if you look at the two coaches, they've met
several times.
Three times. And Pep Guardiola won twice. Diego Simeone won once. However, it was Diego Simeone that won Pep Guardiola in 2014 at Bayern Munich that didn't allow him to get to the semi-final, courtesy away goal. So that means tactically, Diego Simeone, he has an edge over Pep Guardiola. And we know Pep Guardiola, he said it himself, that normally makes some stupid tactics that people don't like. Why did he say so? Last year, Manchester City and Chelsea final Champions League. He played without any holding midfielder, and that killed the game for them. At Bayern Munich against Real Madrid, they won 5-0 aggregate because of his tactics. The following year against Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Barcelona won also because of his tactics. So when it comes to the big game, he doesn't get his tactics right. That's the truth. But tonight, I hope he will get his tactics right because the club have spent over $1 billion on transfer, and the only thing that they've not won before he came on board is the Champions League. So this is an opportunity for him to win it. But to have an edge over Diego Simeone, we know his team. They play massive defense, massive attack. They are highly committed. In fact, you ask yourself at times when you're watching their game, what formation are they playing? If someone is with the ball, everybody go with the ball. The way you normally run at the touch line, that's the way the players also, they run at the pitch with the ball. So they are determined, they are very offensive and very defensive. I think it will be very, very difficult for the Manchester City to win Atletico Madrid tonight if Guardiola should get his tactics right.
If Guardiola gets his tactics right, and also Diego Simeone, what a coach. What's going to happen tonight at the Etihad Stadium? We wait to see between Atletico Madrid before they will travel to Wanda Metropolitano Stadium. And also Benfica, Liverpool. A lot of history between the two clubs will be happening live also tonight. What will happen between Jurgen Klopp and his entire last? Will they be able to win against Benfica, who actually did against them in 2006? We wait to see that. Before we go, quickly, let me run through some transfer stories. Tottenham Hotspur United and Manchester United are considering Christian Eriksen on a free transfer. They want to sign the Danish player on a free transfer. Since he moved to Brentford, he has been outstanding. And the next story is the fact that Newcastle, they want Kepa Arrizabalaga or Robert Sanchez, who plays for Brighton. The two goalkeepers are now the players that Newcastle are looking up. So if they can sign one of them, they will be very happy. Arrizabalaga or Sanchez. Well, and the last one is that Liverpool could bid for Kylian Mbappe should Mo Salah leaves Liverpool, but from the way it is, Liverpool are really offering him a good contract. He could stay, and PSG also have placed 100 million euro on ground for Kylian Mbappe to sign, to stay with them. So either of the way, either they leave or not, the two teams are ready to hold these players. That's it. We've been looking at a lot of sporting stories. We just brought to you some transfer stories there. Before we go, just one word before we go. Liverpool, Benfica, just maybe 1-0 or 2-0.
Okay, I won't talk about the scoreline, but Liverpool is going to win.
They are going to win.
Yes.
We'll wait to see that.
And Atletico Madrid, they're going to shock Manchester City.
They're going to shock Man City.
Yeah.
I hope the light blue sky over there in Man City will allow that. They won't allow that. Let's just have to go now. We've been taking around the world of sport, the world of Champions League. It's happening tonight. It's been a wonderful time. Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure being here, Adeni.
Adeni Ajishafe, 360 Sport on Trust TV. Do not forget to follow us on our social media platforms. Thanks for watching.